Hey you guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you live from my new office. I got a window. So if you guys have been following me for any amount of time, you know that I work in child welfare. And so I have worked in child welfare for about 20 years. And this is the first time in my entire career that I've had an office that had a window. And it just feels amazing. I don't know. I mean, most people in the private sector get windows. Like we don't. So a lot of our buildings are like, very institutional like and, state buildings. And so they just, don't find value in adding windows because it's a cost thing. And, we are spending taxpayer money. So we, at least when it comes to supplies and buildings and things like that, tend to be pretty frugal. So I am coming to you today, that was a tangent. I am coming to you today to tell you how I'm doing on my New Year's resolutions. I made a video to tell you guys what those were, and so I want to tell you how I'm doing. So my first task for myself was a glow up challenge. So I had weight loss surgery several years ago, and I have found that although I feel great, that my skin in particular has really suffered, and I feel like I look older than I feel or am. And so while I'm not ready for like a facelift or anything like that, I just wanted to do better at like maintaining my skin. So since January, I've had 2 chemical peels, which I'm not sure if they have made like a gigantic difference in the overall appearance of my skin, but I am really liking the texture of my skin. Also went to the dermatologist and got on some medicine, and I've been really religious about using my like face medicines and my oral medicines to try and just get my skin into a better place. So I feel like for that part of my resolutions, I feel like I've kind of done what I'm hoping to do. Going forward, I see, I need to go back to the dermatologist. I'm not super happy with the medicines that I have right now, so I do want to kind of switch those up a little bit to be a little bit more effective. And when we get further down, one of the things that I wanted to do was kind of use things up. And I'm kind of rethinking that as it relates to like skincare. And that's only because I have a lot of skincare that I've bought in my, years. And I have found things that I love. And so I'm not sure if it makes sense to just continue to use things that I have that I know I don't love. When I am trying to like get, to really take care of my skin, if I found things that are the things that I want, like, do I really need to save and use up the things that I don't necessarily like, even though that might be wasteful? It's kind of contrary to use things that are not, helping my skin. So I'm kind of thinking through that. So my next goal was to read up. And that was to read a book a month, and I have done really well with that. So I actually finished a book in December that was intended to be my January book. So Michaela Hunter here on YouTube had just kind of mentioned in passing a series about A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I picked up that series. There's 5 books right now in the series, and so I've read 4 of the 5 since starting this kind of list for myself, and I'm about halfway through the 5th book, so I should finish that one in the next couple days. And so I'm feeling really good about that. The reason that the read up challenge for me is like so helpful is it kind of keeps me off my phone, and I'm one of those people that kind of decompresses by like scrolling through Facebook, and I'm learning to do Instagram and checking emails and online shopping and that kind of stuff, and watching YouTube videos. And while I love all of those things, I just feel like it's kind of a mind suck, you just go down a rabbit hole and you're not like really being, you're not really using your mind. And so I've just really enjoyed kind of stepping away from the phone a bit, not to say I don't do all of those things, because I still do all of those things. But just using some of that time to read, I've really enjoyed it. So I feel like I've done well. My next challenge was to sew up. I wanted to start a stitch journal. So I started strong. I got all my stuff. I outlined everything. I started on some stitches, and I have kind of hit a wall. And I think I'm gonna have to relook at this one to see if there's a way that I can accomplish it away from stitch journaling. And the reason for that is that I have really struggled with the stitching, and I love cross stitch, but I just, embroidery has not been a thing that I've done before. And it has like caused me some stress to try and like figure out and like cut things out and redo them. And like, I worry that I ruin the fabric, and I worry that it doesn't look right. And that's like so not the point of it. And so instead of it becoming something enjoyable, it's become something that's like looming or stressful. So I need to figure something different out. I think I'm not going to be able to really accomplish the stitch journaling as I would want, but maybe I can do something with cross stitch that can really help me sew, because I love to do that. The next thing is step up, which is I was, planning on doing some walking. I have not done a great job at that. I started a new job, as I said, and I have just been in the trenches of it. And what I wanted to do was to take breaks from like my desk and just spend some time like moving, not like a big exercise program, but just like to get up and move. And if I'm being honest with myself, I just have not been doing well in that. So I need to kind of refocus my efforts and see how I can do in February. The other thing that I, was going to do is stretch up. And that was just kind of like being more mindful about like using my body, particularly with stretching. I would give myself a solid C. I do have a torn rotator cuff, and I'm trying to prevent having surgery by doing some stretching and exercising of that like particular area. So I have done some stretching and some movement and stuff like that, strength building there, but kind of not elsewhere. So I need to be more mindful about doing the stretches in general altogether, but I have done some, so I'm going to give myself a C. One of the things I wanted to work on is brushing up, just being like more mindful about like my teeth, which I know sounds like a silly resolution. I brush my teeth twice a day, that like I do that kind of stuff, but I'm not like super great at like going to the dentist, because I have a fear of that. And flossing and things like that. So I would give myself probably a B in this. I did schedule but haven't attended a cleaning, which I normally do once every like year, maybe 18 months. I don't go a really long time without a cleaning or anything like that. But I do have a fear of dentists. I had like a really bad experience, and it's just been really hard to kind of get back. I feel like your mouth is such a sensitive area that when somebody screws up, it's really hard to like not go in thinking that everything's gonna hurt. And so it's just a hard one for me. So I'd give myself a B, but I can improve in that area. So saving up was one, and my plan was to try and save $100 every pay period to kind of give to my husband, to show him like that I had been, saving money for Christmas, because he just is like he's a saver, I'm a spender. And so I was just trying to do something that was like manageable for myself, and I utterly failed. I don't have the $200 that I should have now. So I have to kind of rethink how I can accomplish this. So I just have to be better, and we'll see. I'll try again. I was going to do dress up, which was like wardrobe building, like purchasing like one nice outfit. And I didn't do that this month. I feel like I can't really justify spending money on clothing if I haven't met like my save up goals. And so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Luckily with this job, I got a little bit of a pay increase, but it also happens to be like the very expensive, busy time of year for dance, which my daughters do. So while that's really great, it might only help us just like fill the gap of that. So we'll see. I don't know. And then I feel like I was super successful with using things up. So as I said, I want to be more mindful of things coming in to my house and things going out of my house. Like I don't need to buy more things until I've used the things that I have. So this month, like I didn't save my trash. I know some people do that. I didn't do that. I was able to finish 5 Scentsy soaks. Now those were all like half bags or less. But I am the kind of person that just buys whenever a new one comes out. And so I told myself I was not going to buy any more Scentsy soaks until I had used up 8. No, I only had 8 left. And so now I only have 8 left. So I do plan to purchase 1 Scentsy soak. But I did use 5 this month. So I felt like really accomplished with that. I also have a lot of body washes. I'm like a big like semi-annual sale girl, and I go and get like a ton of body washes at 75% off at the end. So I have a ton. I was able to use up 1 this month, so I felt really accomplished by that, because a lot of times what I do is I just have like, 5 in my bathroom, and I just use a little bit each time, and I feel like I don't really use up, and I didn't purchase any, so I used up 1. I also used up a face serum that I really like, and I used up a face essence that I didn't particularly like, but I finished it. And so those were good. Those were things going out. I did purchase 1 face item, which is Dr. Jart Tiger Grass. I had used up maybe 5 samples of like face stuff that I get from Sephora or Ulta. So I have a lot of like those little, 100-point items. And I have tried Tiger Grass before and loved it. And I kind of forgot about liking it, I guess. And I had a sample, so I used it and I loved it. So I did purchase a Tiger Grass. And this is not an excuse, but because my husband would roll his eyes when I said this, but Dr. Jart had a 25% off everything on their site. So they have a jumbo size cream, that like Tiger Grass cream that I got for 25% off, and 100% of the proceeds go to breast cancer, which is also like just something that is kind of near and dear. So I got that, and it was free shipping, 10 free samples. So I feel like I got a really good deal. And it was also something that I like want to have as a regular step in my skincare routine. So it was something that I was using for my glow up. But I mean, I can justify anything, right? We all can. So I feel like I did relatively well with the using it up with skincare, but I did really, really well with the bath stuff, I feel like. Oh, and I used up a Scentsy scrub as well. That I do have the Scentsy scrub thing the way that I have the Scentsy soak thing, where I just buy a new one comes out and I buy it. Or if there's something in clearance, like I scoop up a bunch, I don't need to do that. So, I'm setting some limits for myself. I feel good about that. And then the last thing that I wanted to just like comment on was the low buy that we're doing kind of as a collab with Drew. Lots of us here on YouTube are doing. And so I did not do well in the low buy. So our low buy was to spend $100 plus shipping and handling and tax and everything, or less on wax. And so I spent about $64. That was with shipping and tax. I spent about $64 at Ash's Scents this month. So I did really well with that. I feel like for vendor wax, like that is a really good, I reined myself in. However, I really struggled with Scentsy, and that's because this month was Bring Back My Bar, as well as the transition month. So all told, with Scentsy, I spent $315. Now, some people in the collab are not counting Scentsy, and so if I didn't count Scentsy, like I made my goal. But I counted Scentsy when it came to wax things. I took out anything that was like not wax products or stuff for like marketing and transitioning to the new year, the new catalog. I only was including like wax, and because it was wax in, like I feel like I want to count it. So technically, if we're like following the $100 a month situation, I can't really think about buying wax again until April. So including Scentsy. So I think my plan is to forgive my 315 and start again and do, try and do 100, including Scentsy in February, because I can't imagine that I'll be able to accomplish that. And I mean, part of it is just like reining in your spending. And for me, only buying from one vendor one time, including Scentsy is a big dip for me, right? Like normally I'd get a couple of hauls every month. And so just getting one is a big accomplishment in my life. So we will see. And then I will also comment that as part of the Use It Up, like I kind of have incorporated that in the idea of like my wax. And so I have felt really good about using up kind of what's coming in, like the amount that's coming in. So I've told you guys that I've done that with Scentsy. I feel really accomplished with that. But this collab has really helped me pull things out of my stash that I need to melt, or that I would never have melted, and go through some vendors I might not have done. And so I do feel really accomplished with using up some wax as well. So overall, I'd say that I'd give myself a solid C+. I did really well with glowing up, reading up, and using up, I feel like. And then I did moderately well with reading up, stretching up, and brushing up. And then I feel like I did not do well with sew it up, step it up, or save it up, or dress up. So I feel like just in general, I had about 3 in each category. So I feel like that gives me a C+. So I will continue to report my progress. Let me know if you guys want me to like save my trash. I know that sounds weird, but you guys on here like know what I mean when I say like people that are using up their stuff, show it and talk about it. And I haven't ever done that before. I've done that only with wax, but I do find it like really helpful in wax for me. Like that's why I watch y'all's videos, because I like to see about performance. I like recommendations, and I really use reviews. So like, as I'm thinking about things for my face, as an example, like the first thing I do is go look at the number of reviews and the number of stars. And if it's got, 1,000, stars, or 1,000 reviews, and they're like, almost 5 stars, then I'm like, well, this product might be something that I'm looking for. And so, these videos of trash are a way to review items, to, talk about performance. But I'm just wondering what you guys think about them, because I don't know if I'm in the minority or if that wouldn't be interesting for people. I don't want to make videos that people are like bored by. So that's part of why I've tried to cut my videos a little bit shorter. I do have some that are like 30 minutes, but this one's like 19, so doing good. Anyway, I will talk to you guys in my next video. See you later. Bye, y'all. Oh my gosh, I forgot to add this one thing. So one of my Use It Up goals was to use up different things every month. And so January was my month to use up coins. So everybody, right, I'm sure you guys do, right, have a big like jar of change, like that you take out of your pocket when you've paid cash. So I have like a little urn thing that has change in it, and my bank doesn't let you like go dump your change in. You have to like individually roll things. So I decided for the month of January, instead of doing that, I was just going to use it. I was going to use it to pay for things. And what I used it to pay for was my iced coffee. So I get an iced coffee every day. Judge me if you want. But I get an iced coffee every day. And well, honestly, it was $4.82. And so I made a bunch of Ziploc baggies full of $4.82 in change. And I think that I ended up with close to 20. I don't know. And I was like, ooh, I'm not going to have to pay like all month for a coffee. But then Starbucks changed their price after I made all my bags to $5.14. Yes, you can say, this is how you can save up. I'm getting my iced coffee. Like, don't even start there. Anyway, so I had to readjust all of my baggies, but I ended up using all of my change. I do have like some pennies left or whatever, but otherwise I used up all of my change. So I feel really super good about the use it up area. And my next use it up in February is going to be to use up gift cards. I don't know if you guys have this issue, but my issue with gift cards is I either use some of it, but not all of it. So I have some gift card that has like $3.27 on it or whatever, or I never use it. So then I just have that. And I'm like, just keeping in my wallet. So this month I'm going to use up my gift cards. That's my goal. So I just wanted to add this to the end of the video and let you guys know that. Talk to you later. Bye.